I don't understand. Why would they just give us this hill? Now boys, charge!
So, another 10 boys for the army, which is actually starting to look like an army now. Thanks for watching the video so far. After this part I'm going to show you how I painted them. I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone for the comments I had the past couple of weeks, and just the support really means a lot to me, so thanks a lot. Still getting used to talking to my phone, so it's still weird to me. Anyways, thanks for watching, and the painting will start now. Welcome to my new video. In this video I'm going to be painting up the art boys. I got them assembled and I primed them in uniform gray by the army painter. As always, I'm going to start with the skin, then the armor, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, and if you noticed, I did leave the shields off. I'm going to be assembling them later. These are also one of the last miniatures from the spearhead of the Iron Jaws Big Mob, with exception from the big boss or mega boss, I'm not sure. But I'll be doing him later. Anyways, let's start with the skin. For these art boys I want to have like a darker color scheme, so I'm going to do something different for the skin this time. I'm going to use dark green by Vallejo, and I hope it turns out nice. With the dark skin tone done, I'm going to do the armors. I want a dark lead belcher look, so I'm going to mix lead belcher with Abaddon black. I'm not sure how much of each, but I will make a dark metallic look at least. Okay, with the dark lead belcher on, I'm now going to start doing the trousers with wildwood contrast paint. And also, as always, I'm painting up the other guys in the background without filming, so I'll be doing 10 of them at the same time. Let's go! With the trousers painted, I'm now going to do all the straps and the belt with rattling grime contrast paint. With the rattling grime applied, I'm now going to take Mornfang Brown and place it on the straps at the legs and the straps at the arms, and just look over the miniature if I want more places with Mornfang Brown, but at least, yeah, those places I will do Mornfang Brown. now with the Mournfang Brown applied, I'm going to apply Agrax Earthshade over it. Okay, so with the Earthshade applied, I'm now going to take some Abaddon Black and use it on the weapons, and if the model has it, the top part of his helmet. So with the Abaddon Black applied, I'm now going to use Agharos Dunes contrast paint over all the chains. And then I'm going to use Ravebone over the knees and probably over those fang type of things. Yes. Okay, with the Agharos Dunes and the Ravebone applied, I'm now going to use some Brass Scorpion on this little part here, just to give it some color. Okay, and I'm now going to use some Biltan shade over all the skin. Okay, with the shading applied, I forgot to use the Mournfang Brown on the weapon wraps, so I'm doing that now. Okay, there's just a couple of colors I want to go over. Some of the models have like a satchel. I'm going to use my trusty Snakebite leather contrast paint over that. And the cloaks on the boys, just to give it some color, I'm going to use Flesh Terror's red contrast paint. Let's do those. Okay, so with the red applied, I'm now going to use skeleton horde on the tusks on the helmet and on his thing on his back, and just go over all the miniatures and paint in the bone parts. Okay, with the skeleton horde applied, I'm now going to start highlighting the orc skin, and I want to try the Cayman Green by Vallejo. I'm not sure if it's a good color for it, but we'll see. I like the color from the look of the pot, so let's start. Okay, so this could look nice, but it's not the color I want to go for. So now I'll just try to mix some dark green with a little bit of yellow. So what I'm going to do now is glue on the shields to the boys. So now that the shields are glued on, I'm going to dry brush the dark armors, also the sword and the shield, with some lead belcher. Okay, so the dry brushing is done. And yeah, the detail on the armor is getting visible. I like the look. What I'm going to do now is use some brass scorpion on the metal details. So this one has like a nose ring, and yeah, some of the other models have some details on the weapons. Oh, this one actually, like those points. And I'm going to use brass scorpion on that. With the brass scorpion applied, I'm now going to apply Agrox Earthshade over all the brass scorpion bits. And now I'm going to pick out all the white details, so the knee pads and if they have these fangs. And I'm going to apply a thick coat of Athonian camo shade. Okay, so with the Athonian camo shade dry, I'm now going to do something that I forgot about, and it would have been easier to do earlier. But I'm going to do the eyes with Fresh Terror Red. And now let's hope I'm not going to mess up too much. Okay, so I'm now displaying different models so you can actually see the eyes. What I'm going to do now is edge highlight all the lead belcher with lead belcher. Okay, with the highlighting done, I'm now going to work on the bony parts. And I'm going to use some Margast bone. Okay, so some of the models have chains on them, and I'm going to use some brass scorpion just to hit the high parts of the chains, just to give it some definition. Let's go! Okay, so I love the result. Looks a little bit rusty, used, just old. Anyways, I'm now going to do the pants with some Steel Legion drap. So with the pants done, I'm now going to start working on the cloak. And I'm going to start with Mephiston Red. Now that I layered the cloaks, I'm now going to use some hot orange just for the highest tips of the cloak. Okay, so we're nearing the end. Cloak is done. Also the tabards are done. What I'm going to do now is paint all the nails, which I forgot, with Morghast Bone. Okay, and now to finish it all off, I'm going to use Guilliman Flash over the faces of some of these models, like this one. I'm not sure if the Guilliman Flash is right for the darker skin tone, but I liked it on the other orcs I painted so far. So I'm just going to try it out. If it doesn't work out, I'll do something different. And with the Guilliman Flash applied, I'm calling it done. I'm looking around the miniatures and there's probably still things I could do, but they're good enough for me. I'm happy with how they turned out, so I'm just going to leave it at that. So, 10 more boys for the army. It's actually starting to become an army. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you like my video, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one.